Today, everybody's building AI agents, but nobody can tell you who owns one, what it's allowed to do, and how you can kill it at any given point in time. MOI, which is the world's first participant-centric network, fixes this at the base layer. So your agent has its own identity on chain, and every action the agent takes is scoped by you and revocable in real time. This is what we like to call verifiable authority and not blind trust. Hey, I'm Adi and I'm the developer at MOI, and today I'm going to showcase you guys what we've been working on for the last few weeks, which is the MOI Agent Launchpad. Everybody thinks that building an agent is, difficult. There's a lot of coding involved in it, but we've simplified that process a lot. And using the MOI Agent Launchpad, all you got to do is pick a template in plain English, describe what you want the agent to do, and that's it. In 60 seconds, you have a completely free agent that's going to be doing certain tasks for you. And I'll show you exactly how you can do that now. And that's it. You're going to have an agent that talks to you daily, that does certain amount of work for you on a daily basis, talking to you through your Telegram. It's that simple, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that next. Hey there, this is the MOI Agent Launchpad, and yeah, so I'm just going to quickly run you guys through how you can actually use it and what the app essentially does for you. So the first thing is, as soon as you land on the app, which is just launchpad.moi.technology, you first thing you got to do is just go have a look at the get started page. If you already have a wallet, you can just connect and get started. If you don't have the MOI wallet installed yet, we have a list of steps for you here to follow. And don't worry, as soon as you essentially, even if you don't have a wallet and you just hit connect and start, our app is going to natively detect that you don't have one, and it's going to guide you with the very specific steps on how you can do it. So it's a very seamless process end to end. And at any given point in time, if you guys feel like, please drop a message on our Discord if you need any more assistance on it. And the second thing is, here's the list of all of our 10 agents that you can use right now. So you have the weather brief, daily digest, a job search, grant and bounty scout, application tracker, price watch, FX rate, reminder, stand-up buddy, and expense logger agents. So all of them are pretty self-explanatory, and these are very light utility agents that you could use for your day-to-day tasks to manage. If it's like your work-related tasks, you can use your stand-up buddy to manage it, to plan out your day, plan out your week. If you're a student who's looking for an internship or like a new role, you can use a job search agent, and you can also combine that with the application tracker to ensure that you send out your follow-ups on a timely like notice. And if you're also students, again, you could use the grounds and bounty scout, which is essentially a way for you guys to search for hackathons or different grants and bounties that you could potentially use for getting more experience. And I'll show you exactly how a couple of these agents work in a bit, but this is a general overview. And so the first step when you kind of load into the app is to connect your MOI wallet. And like I said earlier, if you don't have a wallet and you land on this page and you hit connect wallet, the app is going to recognize that you don't actually own a wallet yet, and it's going to help you essentially set it up. So the exact step-by-step process that is required to set up a wallet is going to be clearly defined on the app over here. So you guys don't need to worry about the setup process at all. For the sake of this demo, I have a pre-existing wallet already, just so we can kind of display the agent's functionality a little better. So first thing I'm going to do is hit connect my wallet, and I'm going to hit confirm, and I'm going to sign into the app essentially using my existing MOI wallet. So there we go. Yeah, we've essentially signed in to the app using our wallet, and so there are only two things left for you to actually set up and create your own agent. The first of which is to link your Telegram to the app. So what essentially happens in the backend when you link your Telegram is just that your Telegram binds with your MOI wallet ID and essentially communicates with this app in between, in very simple terms. So it's very simple. All you got to do is link Telegram, assuming you have the app already installed, or if you have, if you use Telegram on the website, you just open this link, and once you open Telegram, all you have got to do is hit start bot, and there you go. It starts off with a little message saying you're connected, and a little small kind of introduction how to use it, and a couple of basic commands for you to get started. So for example, one of them is /agents, and this is just supposed to show you all of the agents you have right now. If I hit this, it should technically show me that I don't have any agents yet because I've not registered any yet. Yeah, there you go. So my agent tells me that you have no active agents yet. Create one at the Launchpad. So I'm going to go back to the Launchpad and do exactly that. Yeah, so the very first step is to actually go ahead and pick what template you want. So these are the ones I went through before. Just for the sake of keeping the example simple, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the weather brief agent, and I'm going to say New York City. So you can technically pick whatever agent name you want. You can pick whatever face you want. There are a couple of really cool faces out there. I personally like the blue one, so I'm going to go with that. Agent Candy is the name it suggested for me. I can rotate that as well. Um, yeah, let's go with Agent Calliope. So essentially, what I'm building right now is a weather agent, or is like a simple agent that is going to communicate with me through Telegram and tell me the weather of New York City, or the range of weather of New York City every day at a certain time that I choose. So for the sake of the example, I'm going to put 11:25 p.m. just so we can witness it. Um, we can also publish agents to a marketplace, which I'll get to in a couple minutes. But yeah, so the first thing we're going to do is actually deploy this agent. So when you deploy an agent, you have to do two things essentially. You first have to register on MOI. So this is what gives your agent the identity and the ability for you to actually have, you know, scoped revocable authority. And yeah, so what I just did over there is assign a transaction to register my agent. And we have this little cool card over here as well, which you can post on Twitter about. Step one is connect to Telegram, and step two is to actually run and download the agent. And this is also so simple. All you gotta do is just hit download, and then you gotta open the terminal app on apps over here, or whatever kind of OS you use. If it's Windows, it's the same thing either way. You either open Windows terminal or you open the Mac terminal. So all I'm gonna do is copy this command, and I'm gonna head over to the terminal where I'm just gonna hit copy and paste and enter. And there you go. That's it. You set up your first agent. Now, one more important thing for every single AI agent in the world is inference. Every agent needs to have an API key that connects it to some kind of LLM or some kind of inference system that provides it the brain. And we have a way which you can do that for completely free for any agent on this list. For the sake of um, the experiment first, I'm going to first use a previously found key on my machine, and I'll get to how you can actually get a free API key after this. So I'm just going to hit enter and have it register. And there you go. Agent Calliope is live. It's downloaded. And the way to go verify this is I go back to Telegram and hit /agents. And there you go. You have Agent Calliope who's registered. And to talk to Agent Calliope, I just have to /talk and one, because it's agent number one. When we have a list of like 10 agents, we can just select a number accordingly. So yeah, now that I've put the timing as 11:25 p.m. for the daily update, we should be expecting any second, and there it is. Agent Calliope says that 27.5 degrees Celsius, partly cloudy throughout, and enjoy pleasant morning temperature in New York City. Um, so this update is going to come every single day at 11:25 p.m. Suppose you're going out for work and you want to have this alert come to you every day at 7 a.m. in the morning, and if you have any follow-up questions, you can follow it up. So for example, like you put it for 7 a.m. and then you want to find out whether you should wear a raincoat, or if you can just go without one because you want to see if it's going to be raining. So you can just ask it, is it gonna rain today? No rain is forecasted for the rest of the night or later today. Perfect. Is it gonna snow today, perhaps? No snow cost is on the forecast today as well. So this is a very simple example. The weather brief is just one that you can actually use on a daily basis, and it's quite simple to install, but it's very useful to use. So at 11:25 p.m. every day, I'm going to be getting an update from Agent Calliope about the weather. And yeah, that's a very simple process to actually set up your agent. Um, you can see that it works. You can ask it follow-up questions, and you can plan stuff um, about your day around it. So the thing I wanted to show you earlier was how you can actually get a free API key, or an API key that provides services for completely free. And this process is also, it's amazingly simple. Um, personally, I feel like this is one of the greatest tools out there. Grok essentially allows you to use a free API key to a certain limit, and that limit is good enough for all the agents that we use over here. The way we've optimized the prompts and the way we've kind of optimized the agents to be token efficient, you can use Grok 1 agent, you'll be completely fine. So all you gotta do is you just hit this link, then that opens console.grok.com/keys. What it's going to prompt you to first set up your account over here. And that process is also really simple. You can just sign up with your Google account, and then you go ahead, hit create API key. You can just make it like test one, whatever. And as soon as you hit submit over here, it's going to show you, it's going to give you an API key that you can actually use for an LLM over here. And that's what you essentially copy paste into when you download the agent script. So it's very simple. Everything on the app is already there for you to see. So while you're downloading the agent, you can see over here exactly how to get your free key and how you can get started with it. For those who are new to AI agents, just keep in mind to never actually share these keys with anyone. They're very, very sensitive, and these should be treated as secrets just for you. So make sure you have them stored in a secure place. And yeah, so the next thing I also want to show you is you can actually share these agents with the public, with your friends, with anyone really. So this is a very simple example again. This is a New York City agent, so a weather agent. But for example, if you wanted to share it with people where they can just download it as is with this exact configuration and the time set, you can just list it either for free or for paid. Right now it's private, so only you can see it. But if you list it for free and you hit save listing, it's going to go onto the marketplace. You can see Agent Calliope over here, and any of your friends can just come and subscribe to it. Let me show you an example of another agent. So, for example, Agent Sparrow is also another weather agent that you can download, and you can also subscribe to it and download the actual agent onto your system as well. It's the same process as how you create another agent, and it's really really simple. The other thing you can also do is you can actually list the agent to be paid. So, for example, you've come up with a really, really good use case of an agent using MOI, and you're like, okay, I feel like people could pay for this. Then you can actually charge people KMOI for your effort, for the agent you've created. For the time being, we're just using the gas token, so this is not a feature that you would necessarily want to use at this point. But it's still a cool it's just still a cool proof of concept. You can just list it at, let's say, 100K MOI, and um, you essentially just have to sign an interaction for it. You can also select a category. So you're just signing on chain saying that I'm requesting 100K MOI for every listing of this agent. So we'll give it a second while it's approving. And there you go, listing submitted, confirming on chain. Yeah. So anything involving, let's say, changing the price or changing it from free to paid is all going to be like signed transactions on chain. So this is all like programmable. And if I go back to the marketplace and see, yes, so my agent Calliope is 100 more right now. And yeah, that's a cool collaborative like community experience we've also created over here. Um, and yeah, I mean that's pretty much how you use it and what you get out of it. I've essentially shown you guys how to connect your wallet, how to download and deploy your agent, how to connect it to your Telegram, and finally how to get an API key. And one more was how to actually use the marketplace. So this is a very community heavy um, project. So we'd love to see all of the cool agents that you guys come up with. For example, if someone were to come up with a really cool job search agent, then that could be something that could be useful for a lot of people. If you guys play around with the variables over here and see that, this works better than that, and you think that you've kind of nailed something really cool, you could publish that onto the marketplace. So a lot of really, really intuitive and cool things like that. And yeah, so that's it from my side. Once again, I'm Adi. I'm the developer at MOI, and always happy to answer any questions. Please feel free to reach out to me on the Discord. And yeah, thank you so much for listening. Take care.